Okay. Uh, so what events do you swim?
I swim 200 IM and 100 breaststroke.
So I usually do the distance events. So usually I do the 500 freestyle, and I occasionally do the 200 freestyle as well.
I think has been the most difficult part of the season.
I think the hardest part has been that we've all been so separate, so it's been really hard to find ways to still come together as a team, especially because all of our meets are separated, either boys and girls or JV and varsity. And so it's hard to find the same energy that we've had on deck of high school meets in the past.
I think the most difficult part of the season has definitely been with everything going on with COVID. We don't really know exactly what's in store for us for the end of the season for our championship meet, or whether or not we're going to have practice next week. The following week, everything's kind of up in the air. And I think everything with the seniors has been challenging because we want to continue on the traditions that we usually get to do, but we haven't been able, it hasn't looked the same. So I think that's definitely been a hardship, but I think we're all just supporting each other constantly. And I think everyone knows that we're doing our best to try to keep our traditions alive. And I think just being able to see my friends at practice definitely boosts my morale a little bit. And I think it definitely helps other people as well because over quarantine, we all missed each other so much, and we're just really lucky to have the opportunity to see each other, even if it's with masks on. It's just awesome to be able to see them and talk with them. So,
Yeah. And how do you guys overcame that?
At every meet, we've kind of just been trying to cheer super, super loud, louder than we ever have. And then we've been trying to find ways at practice to still start and end practice as a team. So we've been breaking it down, doing Carmel on 3 at the beginning or end of every practice, no matter what.
Nice.
I think kind of like I said, just being there for one another has definitely been, that's what's gotten me through a lot of what's been going on. And I think just I have a lot of good friends that ask just how I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, which definitely just helps me a lot. And, I think as long as we have each other's backs, we're going to get through this. And even though we might not see the light at the end of the tunnel, we definitely have been just supporting each other constantly and, making sure that we're doing our part to make sure that we're safe and we're keeping, we're trying to social distance and wear our masks as much as we can. So I think as long as we know that we're doing the most that we can, that kind of is what is getting us through.
And the last question is, what has been the most exciting part about the season?
I think the most exciting part about the season is that we've been doing so much training and not having as many opportunities to swim in meets, I guess. So you can kind of just tell that the energy on the team is really good, and you can tell that we're going to go fast, on taper. And it's exciting.
I think the most exciting thing this season, even though we do not know what's going to happen at the end of the season, I think for me at least, it's kind of fun to just, we've had to be creative with some different things that we have to do. So I think, trying to find some obscure ways to keep our traditions alive has definitely been something that, has been exciting. Definitely for me, it's kind of put me or pushed me to be more creative and to just, I don't know, and it requires a lot more communication. And even though it's not really face-to-face, it's definitely interesting to be a part of. And hopefully we'll be the class that, everyone remembers, that, we had to kind of overcome all of these different adverse experiences. And I'm really excited. Hopefully everything will be back to somewhat normal by the end of my senior year. But I'm just excited to be able to spend my last few months in high school with some of my best friends. I know there's some states or there's some kids across the nation that haven't been able to even go to school, let alone go to practice. So I'm just excited that I have the opportunity to see my friends on a day-to-day basis and hopefully have a championship meet at the end of February. So, yeah.
Got it.